Let's say we want to shift milk from 10-liter container to 5-liter container. There will be a big issue, right? Because 10-liter container milk, if we put in 5-liter container, there should be a possibility to data lose. Similar way, if we take Java data type concept like long and double, definitely long. So today we will learn typecasting in Java. So first we have to understand what is actually typecasting. So before that, we already understand and we already learned that there are a number of data types in Java, right? Like int, double, float, short, byte, etc. etc. So typecasting is nothing but a process which basically convert one type to another type. What it mean? So if you see in this example, I am trying to casting or I am trying to converting a double value to int or maybe the vice versa into double. So this type of conversions from one type to another type is nothing but called a typecasting. Now the question is come, why actually we need typecasting, right? So there are some situations come in your programming language when you need to store some value of one type to another type. So we will check this type of scenario by doing some coding practice. Okay, now coming to this casting, actually Java typecasting divided into two parts. One is called implicit and another one is called explicit. Now let's take an example to understand this implicit and explicit typecasting. So if you check here, I have two container, one is 5-liter, one is 10-liter. Now assume that this 5-liter container is full with milk and I want to shift the milk from 5-liter container to 10-liter container. So there should not be any issue because 10-liter container is enough space to hold or to consume 5-liter container milk, right? Similar way, now we know that in Java we have number of data types, right? And their range or the storage capacity is different. So if we take this int and long and double, then definitely int has lower range of value than long and double, right? So similar way, if we try to convert a int value to long or double, there should not be any issue or programmer no need to worry on these conversions. It is automatically converted by compiler. Now we take just reverse example. Let's say we want to shift milk from 10-liter container to 5-liter container. There will be a big issue, right? Because 10-liter container milk, if we put in 5-liter container, there should be a possibility to data lose. Similar way, if we take Java data type concept like long and double, definitely long and double has higher range than int, right? If we try to convert long or double type to int type, then it will not automatically converted by compiler. Here casting logic need to be provided by programmer and there can be a chance of data loss. So this type of conversions from higher to lower, this is basically one type of explicit typecasting. So the implicit and explicit two main difference is that one's come from lower range to higher range and another one is higher to lower range. Now if we take this example, so you can see double, from double if we try to convert it in float, or from float to long, or long to int, or int to short, or short to byte. So basically we are going to convert from higher level to lower level. So here basically compiler will not automatically convert this one. Here programmer have to write their casting logic. So this is one type of explicit typecasting conversions, right? But if we just change our arrow direction, then it will work as a implicit typecasting. So let's check some typecasting example in a Java program. So first open your Eclipse IDE, and if you follow my last few class, then you can see that the package is already ready, and here I am going to create a new class. So for that, just right click on this package, then new and class, and I am going to create a demo typecasting class. Okay, so typecasting demo class. Okay, and you can see I am maintaining the Pascal case, okay, for naming convention that we already discussed in our last class. Now click on this public static void main, then finish. So this is my typecasting demo class, and here I want to give you an example or idea how implicit and explicit typecasting works. So for implicit typecasting, Our aim is to create a int variable, assign its value, and then the same value we want to assign it in a higher range, that is in double. And let's check what is the value print for int, and once the int is converted into double, how it will look like. So for the same, first I am creating a int variable, let's say a, and assign its value, let's say 66. Similar way, I am going to create a double variable, let's say d, and assign it value as a. What it's mean? So I have already created a int variable initialized with 66 value, and I have created a double variable and I am passing a's value under it, right? So you can see I am simply give equal to a, that's mean what is the value I have initialized for a, that will come under a double type d variable, right? Now if we want to print this one for both this a and then let's say for d, so first I am going to print our a variable, okay, that is basically we know 66. Now once I assign the same value a and convert it or assign it to a double variable, how it will be look like, let's check in console. Okay, so I save this program and then just click on this run button. So once I run button, you can see our first statement system.out.println print 66 because a's value initialized with 66 and this is a int type. Now the same int type value I am converting into double. Okay, so here you can see that d is printing as 66.0. That's mean my int is converted into double. And here you can understand I am not implementing any logic here, right? So this is automatically converted by Java compiler, and this is nothing but a implicit typecasting. Now if we want to check the same thing for explicit, so we will try to replicate just reverse scenario here. Okay, so let me create another variable, let's say double first, okay, then double d1 equal to let's say 65.67. okay, now I want to casting this one into int variable, let's say a1, and previously we pass a value to d. Similarly I want to pass d1 value to a1. So if I make it here, so you can see a error is coming, a compile time error is coming. Why? Because this type of casting is not done automatically by compiler. Here we have to create some logic, and what is this logic? So basically we want to convert our double to int, right? So for that the syntax is same, but here you have to write some other code snip, that is basically under bracket double to what, double to int. So you have to put a int data type here. So that's mean this d1 is a double and I have initialized the value with 65.67, and I want to convert this d1 into int type, and I want to assign d1 value in a1, which is basically a int type. So for the same I have to do some extra logic here, that is basically under bracket the exact type which I going to convert, that is basically int. So this type of logic we have to write because this is a explicit typecasting where Java compiler will not automatically convert your variable value for you. So here you have to create some logic, and this is exactly logic. So similar way if I want to print both these two, so you can see first I am going to print d1, so definitely it will come like 65.67, but our main aim is to check how it will come for integer value a1. So if I again try to print a1 as well, then let's check how it will look like. And for the same, so that in console it will not be more confused, I am just commenting the previous one so that it will only print these two. Okay, now if you save the program and again hit the run button, so you can see First statement is for D1, and that is basically 65.67, and that is come here 65.67. But when we convert this D1 to A1, so basically we are doing some higher range to lower range, right? So if you just memorize our slideshow to container 10 liter to 5 liter, so we are trying to convert, or we are trying to fill 10 liter milk in a 5 liter, so definitely there will be a data loss issue, right? So here you can see that when we are converting 65.67 to a integer type, so it will print that A1 as 65. That's mean we are losing .67, right? So this is basically our data loss. So that is why while doing some explicit casting, there can be an possibility to data loss, and that you can see here, right? But there can be some scenario in your business logic where you need this type of casting. For that type of things, you have to write this type of logic. So here again I am repeating, my first thing is double, then the same double variable I have initialized with some values, right? And I am trying to initialize the same value, or passing the same value, or trying to assign the same double value into integer type, so it will not automatically convert by compiler, you will get a compiler error. So that's why we have to do some logic, and that logic is this. Basically we are going to convert this double to int. So under first bracket and close bracket you have to put exact data type for which you are going to convert. So I am going to convert double to int, so that's why I give here int. Now once I trying to print this A1, so you can get this value in a integer format, not a double format, right? So that's mean my double is converted or casting into int. So this is basically two type of type casting. One is implicit, another one is explicit. Hope you can understand what is the main difference between these two.
I believe this video has helped you to understand about the topic. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, click on the bell notifications and select all so that you don't miss any video from this channel.